And the 2023 AP Most Valuable Player presented by Invisalign is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and he's heading back to the Super Bowl for the fourth time in 5 years. And a chance to become the first team since New England of 2003 and 4 to go back to back.
The bigger story, Mahomes going back to the Super Bowl or Lamar Jackson falling short?
I think it's Lamar Jackson falling short. I hate to say it, but I believe that is the case. Mahomes is great. He's phenomenal. He's the greatest ever. We get all of that. They ended up scoring 17 points, even though that doesn't speak to how effective they were when it really counted and what him and Kelsey were doing. But the big story is Lamar Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, it was a choke job. Let's just call it what it is. What is the definition of a choke job, Shannon and D.O.? It's doing what you always do, what you're accustomed to doing, until the moment arrives, and then you don't. That is the epitome, that is the definition of what we're talking about here.
Breaking news, a new head coach in the NFL. Seahawks expected to hire Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald.
How important is it for you now in Baltimore to help Lamar, who has been on the cusp as you were, John Harbaugh, who has already won a championship, Roquan in that defense? How important is it for you in your career to win a championship?
It's really important, and I'm happy I'm going somewhere that they hungry. They hungry for it, and they're right on the cusp. You know, they're always in the conversation, and I know Lamar want one really bad, so I ain't going to somewhere that, like, the expectation is just, we're going to see what's going to happen. Let's make the playoffs and try to make some noise. No, they trying to win it. And being so close and losing that game in Kansas City, I know they're hungry. I know, they're going to come in with the right mindset, and let's get to it.
There is no argument to be made that Lamar Jackson's not the MVP of the league.
Of course there is.
No argument to be made.
How so?
We're formulating arguments for the sake of arguing. Because 40-4, like you said, it's only happened 3 other times.
Yeah.
And all 3 times, it was one guy. Aaron Rodgers was the MVP. It's better than the 2 seasons Lamar Jackson already got the MVP. And in my opinion, what's holding Lamar back or holding people back for voting for Lamar has nothing to do with Josh Allen. It's because Derrick Henry's on the Ravens.
Well, that's
not fair.
Yeah.
That's not a fair reason to not give the guy the MVP.
But it's just hard for me to overlook what Lamar's doing. I mean, you talk about 37 touchdowns, you talk about 4 interceptions, and you talk about adding the running yards into it. Now, I know he's going to get discounted because Derrick Henry is on pace to rush for over 1,800 yards. He has 1,000-yard receivers, and Josh Allen doesn't have none of the above. I think maybe James Cook now has 1,000 yards. But with that being said, in the season in which he won the unanimous MVP, he was 36-6. He has 2 games left, and he's 37-7. And I think the thing is that no one, look, we thought he could be a very good quarterback. I was never in the camp that he should switch positions because I watched him at Louisville and I watched the guy throw the football very, very well. But even I'm surprised at how well he's throwing the football currently. We knew he had legs. He was always going to have those legs. And I always said that I believe that if his arm could get to 60, 70% of what his legs was, he's going to be an MVP. Well, his arm is now 85, 90% of what his legs is. And now he's a 2-time league MVP with a potential to be a 3-time MVP. But if you go back and look at the tape and what he said when he got drafted, he was very disappointed that Ozzie Newsome jumped back into the first round and selected him 32nd. And Dion asked him, Coach Prime asked him, what did the Baltimore Ravens get? He said, I bet you they're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. So the MVP, like he said, he knows every 2-time MVP has at least one Super Bowl. That is what Lamar Jackson needs to complete his resume. He gets one. Now we're about to have a discussion Saturday. How is he going to finish on the pantheon of all-time great quarterbacks?
Right.
35, Lamar takes the snap. Backpedaling, drifting to the left.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown.
Lamar! Spectacular! Touchdown, Ravens! good a running back as we've seen.
Jackson will keep this time. And look at the speed. Lamar Jackson is gone. Touchdown. Merry Christmas.
Everything at such a high level, and when they can throw so many variations of offense in the run game, in the pass game, drop back, play action.
Justice Hill is the back. Likely in motion, he bobbles it. Scoops it in, vacuums it home. Here comes Hubbard. Oh, he threw him away like a rag doll. And he throws in the end zone. Caught! Caught for a touchdown! Caught for a touchdown by Likely! Absolutely amazing! How in the world did he keep it together and then find the open receiver?
Like the entire stadium just went quiet. First of all, he drops the snap and he can't get it, and he's trying to look up. Hubbard nearly has the sack right there. He extends the play to the boundary, and before going out of bounds and taking a hit from Pratt.
Backfield. Send him out to the right. Jackson backing up, backing away, under pressure, and down the sideline he goes. Lamar Jackson, can he stay in bounds all the way? He stopped inside the one.
When a game is on the line, you better get him down. B.J. Hill, with his little stunt move, has a chance to keep contained. Once he got out, I think maybe some of the defenders thought he was out of bounds, but look at him, shaking people, takes it almost, good blocks downfield, the big center Linderbaum. Look at Hill giving you an effort.
Baltimore starts with great field position, and there he goes, Lamar Jackson shoving Strowman out of bounds.
Andrew, you said before the game that he seemed angry after that Eagles game. Well, that rate...
Just lofts it to Justice Hill in stride down at the 7-yard line. Steps up from the heat, slides, throws, completes the pass to Flowers for the touchdown.
Take his time, and then from there, you can't cover this long. It's a zone coverage that turns into a... 4 catches, 70 yards. 1st and 10, Jackson deep. He's got his receiver. Galloping, Clear. Shoved out of bounds by Stone.
For Flowers, Jackson to the end zone, wide open. Did he get the feet in? Yes, touchdown. Devontae Walker, his first NFL catch is a touchdown.
Now they don't have to worry about that after the incompletion.
Not at all. 3rd and goal. Jackson running around. Little jump pass, touchdown. Bateman. Rashad Bateman.
Watch this little Steph Curry little jump, and look at the follow through.
Yep.
In the perfect location. Your guy Bateman with the go-ahead touchdown.
6 gashes for Bateman tonight.
They play the teams that they have to play. They're tied with the Houston Texans record-wise going into today. Jackson looking deep down the field. Bateman is wide open at the 10, at the 5, and Bateman gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Match. Great 16 on the other side.
1st and 10, down the middle, look wide open. It's Flowers again, and he breaks the tackle, and he's off to the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
One guy runs through, he comes up, and it's a soft little move toward the post. So you can throw it on that mid-second level, not quite the 3rd level, and then Flowers showing that speed.
Henry, this feels on brand, is going to the Ravens.
Big running game against Dallas. Derrick Henry on the run. Hamlin and Lewis chasing at the 40, at the 30. He will score.
I don't think so. King Henry putting down a marker early in this one.
That is the longest run in the history of the Baltimore Ravens.
And wins the most valuable player award. So that's putting a statement on. I told you I was worth it.
And so is this guy, Derrick Henry, down the sideline to the 1. Rasul Douglas there at the end with the tackle. Jackson to Henry. Henry around the left side. Uh-oh! Derrick Henry
deal with Derrick Henry, and when you do not stop his feet and he stays on his track, he is unstoppable. Through the defense, nobody gets their hands on him. You're not going to catch him. Fitzpatrick, not. Just going to pay off for Baltimore in the second half. They keep it going.
They set up a screen. Henry gets a block. Rumbling straight through. Derrick Henry inside the 30 like a runaway freight train. Ball is out, but they say he was down.
What are the things they need to shore up?
3rd and 1. It's Henry racing through the hole and more. Derrick Henry with a first down all the way down to the 33. Just ran right through Kalen Carson. Get into the eye here. Henry's sweet spot right off the gut. Derrick Henry running for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It takes a toll when you're trying to tackle him and you just can't think the free safety can come from the middle of the field and get this guy.
There's some room over there for Derrick Henry. Henry with a stiff arm. Derrick Henry. There we
go. 20 quarterback rating this year. He seems just fine standing there throwing it like yes.
Derrick Henry just fine, spinning through Steelers. Crowd loves it. Down to the 35. He's got a first down.
This guy just continues to amaze me. Breaking tackles, spin moves. He's got Wilson trying to tackle him. Fitzpatrick, Trice. And the fans are loving it.
Look at him.
And I take great pride in giving out this week's Coach of the Week award to a much maligned defensive coordinator from the first half of the season, whose unit has turned it around and is now leading the way. Zach Orr.
Play action, Russell Wilson rolls right, throws. Interception! Picked off! Marlon Humphrey! He's going to the house! Pick 6! Marlon Humphrey! And the defense stepped up to the moment! Oh, what a play! And this house is on fire!
Utility of him and Kyle Hamilton.
3rd down and 4 for Stroud. Backing up, pressure comes. Guess who? Kyle Van Noy. 11 and a half sacks now on the season.
Awaits the direction out. And pitches to Allen. Got traffic. And the ball's knocked out. It's a fumble. It's a live ball picked up by Kyle Hamilton of Baltimore. So Buffalo went to the tricks.
There goes Burrow. It's picked off. Intercepted by Humphrey. Humphrey's picked off the ball for the Ravens.
Find my running back right in the middle of the field.
Pressure again. This time not going to dance out of it. He is dropped. Van Noy again.
Last year he was playing more outside. Good protection. End zone intercepted. Picked off by Humphrey.
Burrow on his way to 300. Instead he gets sacked here. Back at the 41-yard line. Out of BK again.
Off the back. Chase on the move. Burrow to the air. They come up the middle with Robinson. How about that? Tavius Robinson coming through, blowing up the play, getting the sack. His first this year, they lose 8, and it's 4th down. Here comes the punting unit. They're back at their 32.
I don't know why he didn't throw it to Chase in the flat. All you needed was a yard. Jamar did that double move behind the line of scrimmage. He went out to the flat. Yes, there was a defender, but the defender was about 5 yards off. Instead, he tried to wait for another throw up the field. And
Bo Nix. Hurry up. They fake the toss to go bootleg. Pass got away from him, and it's intercepted. Bounced off the receiver's hands. And Ardarius Washington able to catch it on the rebound.
As y'all know, over there that way is 8. 8 is in Lamar. You know what I'm saying? He waiting on a Super Bowl run, you know what I mean, before I can get him on the live. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I can only control what I can control, okay? You hear me? And
man, if it do happen, it happens. That'd be dope. 3 times, but like you said it, you know, I'm not really focused on that. That's never been my goal though. Like, even the first, the second one. And it's never been my goal. I always want to finish with the championship.
I'm picking the Ravens as the scarier team because right now, if you take away history, right, and you take away the things that we knew before 2024, Lamar Jackson is the best player alive, right? The best player living is Lamar Jackson. This is the year that Lamar Jackson becomes the champion. This is the year that Lamar Jackson.
Didn't we say that last year, though, RC? Didn't we say that last year?
They were positioned last year to do it.
But here's the other piece of it is, too, though. Last year, the defense was better, right? The defense was better last year, and Lamar started to play great toward the end of the season. He wasn't this animal. Lamar wasn't the animal that every time I watched him walk on the field right now, I know what it's going to be. Lamar Jackson ain't got to win 3 in 1 year. He just has to win 1. And when I watch this team right now, if I'm preparing to play either one of these teams, I'm more comfortable that I'm going to be in the game with Kansas City and I got to just find a way to win at the end than I am walking into Baltimore knowing that they might blow my doors off because I can't stop them.
I want my respect, goddamn.